Glad you could join me for another watercolour workshop. This is clear water I'm putting on the paper at the moment with the large Ron Ranson hake. It's £130 Fabriano Watercolour Paper, and I've got my usual palette of Raw Sienna, Burnt Umber, Light Red, Ultramarine, Lemon Yellow, Payne's Grey and Alizarin Crimson. This is a painting of Loch Loyal in the northern half of Scotland. So as usual, I'll just put it on the Raw Sienna, and now I'm just about to put on some ultramarine blue. This is just where you can see the sky through the clouds. I'm going to put some heavier clouds on in a minute. For the big clouds, this is Alizarin Crimson and Payne's Grey. Mostly Payne's Grey. You don't need too much alizarin, it's such a strong colour. Same with any other reds, the light red as well. They're such strong colours, they quickly dominate, that you only need a touch. A tube of red will last for absolutely ages. So that's the sky with a minimum of fuss. I'm going to put in some background hills now. Because the paper's still wet, you get just a soft misty look to them, and by doing them in the same colour as the sky, the predominant sky colour, which is those clouds, it just gives them a more distant look. If you want a hard edge, then just dry the paper first. Either use it in a hairdryer or just wait for the paper to dry. I'm going to put some closer hills in now, so I want to just warm the mix up a bit with some Raw Sienna. There's almost two layers here. You've got the further hills, which are the cloud colours, and then as I come forward I've warmed it up slightly. This is the land just in front of the hills, going towards the bank of the loch. Same again on the other side. There's almost two bodies of water. There's that water in the back there, and there'll be some more in the foreground. Well, I'll put 2 or 3 yachts when it's all finished. Paper stretched slightly, so I'm just pulling it tight and refixing it with the clips. Just keeping it in, just a few dabs here and there with the big hake. It soon covers the paper. Leaving plenty of unpainted bits just adds a bit of mystery here and there. Broad sweep now with the hake. That's Raw Sienna and just such a burnt umber. Darkened it up now with a bit of ultramarine. Just trying to vary the colour, keep it interesting. But generally trying to get it in one sweep. If you keep going over the same piece of paper again, and you just end up creating a mess. It looks much better if you can get it in one stroke. Or at least wait until the paint's dry, or almost dry, before putting another sweep in. Again, just constantly varying the colour as I come down the pipe. This is the foreground now. I want this foreground right at the bottom, nice and dark, because I'm going to scratch a fence in with my nail. So I want it nice and dark just to get the most amount of contrast. I've also made sure there's a dark area on the far bank of the water for when I put the yachts in, so that they'll show up. I'm just strengthening the edge of that piece of land. The foreground, it kind of dips down a bit to the middle ground before it reaches the loch itself. Or at least that's the impression I'm trying to give. Yeah, and just making sure that bottom's very dark so that the fence will show up. And then just scratching it out simply with your fingernail. Just give it a quick blast with the air dryer, make sure it's all dry, because next I want to put the yachts in. And I'm gonna have to put my hand on the paper, and I don't want to start smudging bits here and there. Now the easiest way to do yachts, I'm just switching to the 3/4 flat, wetting it and then drying it so it's just very slightly damp, and I'm just going to take two just two credit cards and put them over one another so you get like a triangular shape for the sails. I know you can't really see it very well from here. And then I'm just dabbing it using the triangular template created with the cards. I'm just dabbing it with just a slightly damp brush, not too much water because the water will start running down the page. It's just enough to take the paint off the paper. Then dab it with a tissue, and you end up with the impression of a little sail in the distance. I generally put either 1 or 3. Odd numbers seem to work better for some reason, I don't know why. I'm just going to put another one in right next to it. Again, exactly the same method. Cross the two cards over to create the triangular sail template. Dab it with a slightly damp brush, and then when you've took the paint off the paper, dry it with a tissue. Now I haven't done that one quite right, so I'm just gonna do it again. But obviously before you go in, make sure you've dabbed it with a tissue, make sure everything's dry, because you don't want water moving about, because you'll end up making a right mess. So that's the two. I always like to put a third one in. It's like I say, either 1 or 3. I don't know, 2 doesn't seem to work right. But put them randomly. Don't put them equal distances apart. They'll just look silly. So I'm going to put the third one right next to the first one. Or you can vary the height as well to make them look as if they're further away or closer. So that's the 3 yachts in, and we're very close to finished, I think. Switching to the number 3 rigger. Nice dark mix, plenty of water, and put the signature on. So that's Loch Loyal in Scotland. Thanks for watching, and hope I'll see you again sometime.